after the opening games then in Group E. We're really going to try our hardest not to talk about VAR the whole time, every day. But at the moment, we still have to, Gary, because we've got another incident here with the nature of the Switzerland equaliser.
Yeah, I think it's first and foremost, when the goal first happened, we never thought anything of the foul. I was thinking about great delivery. I was thinking about maybe is it too close to the goalkeeper? Should he come out for it? I was thinking Miranda. I've been there myself as a defender where you're not side on. Your shoulders got your back to play, you get under it. And that's all we were thinking in the initial phase. And then until you see the replays, and particularly one replay that we'll see in a bit. But the first thing, the delivery is fantastic. It's flat. I just think sometimes it's 3 yards out. Can you expect your goalkeeper to come and be 2 or 3 yards off the line to start with? Miranda.
This is the angle.
There. That's the one that made us think, oh.
There. For me.
So for you two, Ian, that's you as well. That's a definite push. That's a definite.
You know what? If we didn't have VAR and that goal's given, and you think, wow, could have given a foul there.
Yeah.
But now we've got VAR, and he's in there to see that push. That's a push. That's a foul. That's for me. Once we see the replay, that's clear and obvious for me.
Right. So foul. Slaven.
It's one of them. It's one of them that even we can't help. It's one of them. If I was Brazil manager, I would ask for a foul with a reason.
Yeah.
If I was Swiss manager, I would say no foul. So it's one of them.
You're sounding very neutral there, Slaven.
To be fair, I don't care. I'm not getting angry. Why should I?
VAR's done to the game. Look at
I would rather talk about Coutinho's goal.
No, I accept that. But listen, there's just an interesting point of protocol. Quickly, you and then Mark Clattenburg. Foul?
I think it's a foul, yeah.
You think so? All right. Mark, Slaven doesn't really care. I think what's interesting is that what is one person's clear and obvious error is not a clear and obvious error for another person. And presumably the video referee in the booth has decided that that is not a clear and obvious error. That's the only thing we can deduce.
I'm just surprised because when we've got the images, a few seconds after the incident, you can clearly see the attacker's got a hold of the defender's arm and he pushes him in the back, which stops him the ability for the defender to play the ball. So therefore, it's a foul. But the process is completely flawed because it automatically goes to the video referee. Because it's a goal, the video referee will review all the angles. He'll have all the angles available in a short space of time. He's deemed that not a foul. Okay, but as a referee, I would rather go to the side of the pitch, which happened in the Costa Rica-Serbia match with the flailing arm, at least give the referee a second opinion. Because like the Brazil players, what they've seen on the big screen, they've clearly seen the push. And that's what the referee needs, the second opinion to have a look and to put the decision correct.
Yeah. OK, the interesting thing is there is still individual value judgments in this, which is probably quite reassuring in a way.
Yeah, I think because we all like a debate. We see the game differently. We're all obviously ex-players agreeing that it's a foul or not a foul, and that's
or not caring.
Not caring. But I think we still love that part of the game, human error.
All right, let's talk about something you do care about, which is skill. What a wonderful goal from Coutinho. That's lit up the World Cup, Slaven.
That was a brilliant goal. We can talk about Shaqiri. He's not in the right position. He's a bit lazy there. He's too optimistic to be in a good position if they get a ball. They didn't, but when we talk about this situation, okay, 10% we can talk about Shaqiri or whoever should have been closer to Coutinho, but look at this, from this angle especially, look at this.
You know, you think
it's amazing.
Thinking of Brazil and the old Brazil, where you score a goal like that, it's a great goal, it's an inspiring goal, the crowd should be up. I thought the crowd were pretty quiet as well today, not very into the game, but Brazil then just kind of like stepped back and just passed the ball around, didn't look too threatening. It was quite disappointing.
I said that after. I don't know why he's not on free kicks. There's obviously a hierarchy with these superstar players that they have to have the free kick. Because Coutinho, honestly, I think he'd be better on free kicks than Neymar.
What about the way that Brazil, as Ian said, just almost sort of started to play within themselves, didn't they? Almost withdrew once they'd gone in front.
Which was the biggest disappointment of the night. They get their goal in front after 20 minutes. You're thinking, no, go and play with freedom. We gave them a big build-up before the game. Neymar and all these boys, they just drop back. You're thinking, no, just the best way of winning the game, I think, is getting another goal. But we're going to be critical of Brazil, but give Switzerland credit. Honestly, they stuck to their guns. We felt just before half-time they were getting a grip in midfield and they get more possession and got stronger as the game went on, and they'll be delighted, and they certainly deserved at least a point in the game.
Yeah, and they withstood some late chances, didn't they? Which Brazil sort of forced, really, didn't they, Slaven, in more ways than one?
They forced the chances. Most of those chances came not in the Brazilian way. They came from the free kicks and all that. Brazil, you know, we were talking at the halftime how organized they are, and they are. But they have one problem when they come back deeper on their half, is that front players, Coutinho, Neymar, Jesus, and William, they're not actually ball takers. So they're behind the ball. But Switzerland, on 1-1, it was 1-1, could keep the ball on Brazilian half for ages.
Yeah.
For ages and ages, because they can't, they're not ball takers.
Yeah. Let's not be melodramatic about it. I mean, Germany have lost, that's a real blow. But Brazil have only, it's a draw, Gary. You know, they've got plenty of time to get better. There'll be a lot that they can look at and think, we know where we need to improve.
I mean, Argentina, Spain, a lot of the fancy teams have drawn, and you would argue slow starts and building the way into the tournament. I wouldn't be panicking if I was Brazil tonight, because there are a lot of good things in that game from them.
Yeah. Ian, what do you think? I mean, they know, listen, you're never going to win it in the opening game. You can lose it by making a mess of it, but they'll know where the road ahead has to go.
Yeah, and they know, and I'm sure, like Neymar as well, he's probably going to try and ease himself in and build his way into it. Like, we've seen Ronaldo hit the ground running, bang, flying. We've seen Messi not hit the ground running, and we've seen Neymar now kind of on the periphery of the game. But still think that Brazil will be very much fancied, because they'll just build themselves into the tournament.
Yeah. Brilliant goal, nevertheless, from Coutinho. One to savour in the World Cup as we take a final break. And in the last part, after we've reflected more on what's happened in Rostov, we will think about England.